Okay, welcome. Giving all praises and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Vokar Kwadash. I want to give the honors to those apostles, great millstone. And I want to say peace and blessings to the sincere believers of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua. I go by the name Lamadia. And before I begin, I just want to say Salakia for the previous video. Myself and Elder Gad had did a video, but the beginning parts of the video had technical difficulties. So that's the reason, the beginning of the video was cut out. It didn't record it, but that's just Satan. And one of the most important part of the video is when we normally open up giving all praise and glory to Yahweh Shem Yahushua. But of course, that's Satan, interfering in the work. So in this video, we're going to talk about we being our own worst enemy. And you have to be sick and tired of your own ways. And as long as we in these flesh, we're going to have to make assessments to improve ourselves, to be better servants to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, and work on things that needs improvement. So that's what we're going to talk about in this video. We're going to start it off with Romans 17, it's like it's 7 and 14. And it reads, "For we know that the law is spiritual, but I am carnal, sold under sin. For that which I do, I allow not. For what I would, that do I not. But what I hate, that do I." And the thing that Paul was referencing to, that he hate, that he do, is sin. Because we want to do the right thing, and we have desire to be righteous, but we are in these corruptible flesh, which leads us to go off. That's why we need to be delivered, and that's why we're looking to get out of here, because what comes with the kingdom, the incorruptible kingdom, what comes with that is incorruptible flesh. And the body we're gonna obtain is gonna be perfect and capable to sin. So read it on, verse 16. "If then I do that which I will not, I consent unto the law that is good. Now then is no more I that do it, but sin that dwelleth in me." So pretty much what Paul was talking about, he was fed up with his ways. And he was pretty much saying that we are pretty much our own enemy, because it's sin that's within us. Now, verse 17, "Now then, it is no more I that do it, but sin that dwell in me. For I know that in me, that is in my flesh, dwelleth no good thing. For to will is present with me, but how to perform that which is good I found not." Now the word good is where you get the word godly, because you want to perform godliness, but we living in a sinful world. As much as we try to keep the law to our best of our ability, you're still gonna go off, because you have sins that you don't even have knowledge of. You go on a bus, you sit on the bus, you don't know if a woman was just menstrual cycle, now you unclean. You don't know what they put it in your food, because there's a law that say you're not supposed to eat of anything that died of itself. But when you purchase meat, you don't have the background. You don't know the background of the meat that you're buying. So we pretty much found in sin. That's why we're not gonna be saved based off the law. We're gonna be saved based off the faith that we have in Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah. But does that mean you don't have to keep the law? Of course not. You still have to obtain the law. But what's gonna deliver us is our faith. Verse 19. For the good that I would, it's like it, for the good that I would, I do not, but the evil which I would not, that I do. Now, if I do that I will not, is no more I that do it, but sin that dwelleth in me. I find then a law that when I would do good, evil is present with me, for I delight in the law of the Most High after the inward man. But I see another law in my members, warring against the law of my mind, and bringeth me into captivity to the law of sin which is in my members. So we have desire to keep the law, but the flesh always want to do the things that's opposite to the law. That's why it's a constant fight. Verse 24, and it says, "O wretched man that I am, who should deliver me from the body of this death?" So I'm gonna stop with that. So Paul was sick, he was sick of his own ways, and he had a desire to do better. Now, excuse me, this is 2 Corinthians 13, verse 5, and it says this: "Examine yourselves whether ye be in the faith. Prove your own selves. Know ye not your own selves?" So the scriptures say to examine yourselves. Now, when you're examining yourself, you make an assessment. You're looking at the things about yourself that needs improvement. That's why it says, "Know ye not your own selves." Who knows you better than you? So it says, "How that Yahweh Shah is in you, except you be reprobates." Now, a reprobate is a person that is a reject, and the spirit is not on that person no more. So now let's go to Philippians 2 and 12. So it says, "Wherefore, my beloved, as ye have always obeyed, not as in my presence only, but now much more in my absence, work out your own salvation with fear and trembling." So the scriptures say you have to work out your own salvation, meaning you have to make the actions. You have to be the one to make the changes, so that when Yahweh shall return, that you be found worthy. Now, this the book of Ephesians 4 and 22. That ye put off concerning the former conversation the old man, which is corrupt according to the deceitful lust. Now, the old man is the person you was back in the world, and the habits that you obtain being in the world. So you gotta be the one to kill those habits. You may have certain ethics about you, how you treated people. Now, when you come into the faith, you can't bring that into the truth. If you were selfish in the world, when you come in the faith, you learn how to give. If you was petty in the world, when you come into faith, you learn how to be forgiven or be forgiven. So that's getting rid of the old man, changing your thought process and your perspective on things. Because if your perspective doesn't align with the scriptures, that's the old man. Verse 23. and be renewed in the spirit of your mind, and that ye put on the new man, which after the Most High is created in righteousness and true holiness. So now the new man is the person you become that follow after the ways of the law. You know, that's the person that model or format himself after the scriptures. That's the new man. You becomes a new person. Your thought process change. You're not that nigga, or you're not thinking niggerish like you did in the world. Now it says, which after the Most High is created in righteousness and true and holiness. Wherefore put away lying, speak every man truth with his neighbor, for we are members one of another. So that's pretty much the message. And in conclusion, you know, it's very essential to pray and fast and constantly read, because you have to read. You have to feast on Yahushua, which is the word. Because Yahushua is the word. And you have to feed on it. Because if you don't, the spirit start to dwindle away. And your faith start to dwindle. That's why you gotta constantly, stay in the scriptures. But Lord willing, this video was edifying. And again, I'm gonna say all praise and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem V'Kar Kodash. Shalom. That's how